All right, everybody, last week we told you that social media is an incredibly powerful tool that you can use to help keep your neighborhood safe. And proof positive, Sergeant Paul Tapao is here, and we are going to talk about some developments that have been made and how the system works, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. We did highlight about, getting involved in a neighborhood watch program and more importantly, linking up with the respective members. And like you said, over the week, we saw firsthand exactly the power of social media and the power, most importantly, with a respective neighborhood watch program.
Yeah, and in the story we did, they actually credited the neighborhood watch program, and what was like, we're not going to give away like what, who said what or what medium it was over and everything, but you were talking about how powerful WhatsApp is and how mayors and communities and everything, they start that themselves, but they were able to apprehend a group of youngsters who were responsible for some.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is attributed to all the members within the respective watch group in the village of Sinahania, and it took that resident or that member, the keen paying attention to details as to exactly the behavior and the mannerism of what was going on. And it was simply what they were posting, and at the same time they were posting that, information of vandalism was also being shared, and within a matter of actually ascertaining all the information within the respective watch group, they were able to apprehend the individuals that were responsible for numerous graffitis within the village. And that's just highlight of what was shared. And to hit abroad, a social media platform had posted information of illegal dumping, and it was shared to the neighborhood watch program that was also shared to the proper authorities, where EPA and of course the Guam Police Department, they got involved and they were able to identify the perpetrator that was involved for that illegal dumping. So yeah, the neighborhood watch programs and the social medias that they're connected to, it's all geared towards safety and security within the community.
And it's not just talk, the system actually works. Because one thing, it's not just you, because you go out to schools all the time and you talk to young people, but I've seen other fellow police officers who will go to young people and just say, it's like, hey, I'm 23, but I'm an old guy by now. So what messaging platforms are you using and how do they work, and how can you actually send me information? And you guys are really doing a good job of trying to stay on top of what everybody uses to communicate with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just a platform with the neighborhood watch, and with the Crime Stoppers, what we're seeing more now, the influx of tips that are coming in is to the P3 tip software. And we've been stressing it since we first enacted it within the program, and we're actually doing payouts for some drug seizures. We're actually doing payouts for some closures of aggravated assault and an attempted murder case. And we're going to continue to use that platform because this is a system where the community can report information of a crime to the Crime Stoppers, again, to the safety and within the safety and confines of their homes using our P3 tip software. And some of the platforms that they actually use is they take Snapchats or they take videos from the various social media, and they're allowed and they're able and capable and putting that into the P3 tip program that we have in play for the Guam Crime Stoppers. So whether it be a WhatsApp, Facebook page, or Snapchat, or any type of social media, you can actually use that and provide that information into our P3 software.
Yeah, when people talk about cybercrime, they normally talk about, people going in and changing grades in schools, or, breaking into banks and everything like that, or, creating, the whole fake news thing and everything like that. But cybercrime is also GPD and people in positions of authority being aware of what's going on as far as messaging, and then using that to even just to be able to communicate, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We use it, and the beautiful thing, again, with the power of social media and what was going on is that we also work with the Marianas Fusion Center up at the Guam Homeland Security, and they have personnel there from various law enforcement agencies, to include the federal side of Office of Homeland Security, just receiving information about anything and everything that comes, whether it's a hit that's coming in locally or abroad from, of course, the United States. And, it's being vetted, it's being shared, that information is given to GPD. We take that same information, whether it be, newsworthy for our respective members, we send it to the area commanders for their respective neighborhood watch, and they disseminate that information to them. So again, the power of social media, the platforms that they use, we're able to receive information and empower our citizens who are actively engaged in crime prevention within the community.
Okay. Now, I must ask something, Sarge, because I know somebody stopped me at the mall this past weekend and just asked me, they said, I saw that segment you had with Sergeant Tapao, it was really cool. If I ever want to send, I see something suspicious and I happen to capture it, or, I have like a message that I want to pass on to GPD, that person who was a young person, was saying, I'm just concerned about, will at that point, if I message GPD, will they be tracking me or will they be monitoring me from that point on? And could I ever get, pulled into court or something like that because of stuff I send them in? It's a valid concern.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I agree with that too, because, nobody wants to go testify and everything. This is where the Guam Crime Stoppers come in. Our P3 software, it's encrypted. And again, we practice full anonymity. Mm-hmm. You take that, what you have, what you captured, or whether it be in WhatsApp, Facebook, or any type of social media, you can transfer that. Our P3 software allows you to put that information, share that information into our program where you can provide that information. I take that information and I give it to the proper agency or an investigative agency, and they run with the case. They come back, they're not even asking who sent this, they're just asking if we can correspond and get more information from this tipster.
Mm-hmm. So if people are worried about, possibly, being watched from that point, for lack of a better term, and everything like that, the P3 software guarantees anonymity. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we, like I said, it's been paying dividends because we're actually paying out rewards now. We're actually messaging them, hey, this is what's going to be happening. Stay tuned for more information how to receive your reward. We're actually using pictures that are captured through WhatsApp, giving it to our investigators as part of evidence, and they don't need to call them back or bring them in for questioning or anything. Should the event of the incident go to court.
All right, well, good to see. So we know about the EPA situation with the possibly illegal dump, and we know about the young people caught for the Sinahanya break-ins and everything. So 2 up, 2 down. What do we got this week?
This week is our sister village of Neganya Heights. A home was actually vandalized again, and we want to reach out because of the proximity into Sinahanya, and that the person had reached out via social media, via the Neganya Heights Neighborhood Watch, and we want to see if there's a connection. So we want to ask, the community to pay attention to the crime report, and if you've seen or you heard something within that area and the date of time, please give us a call.
All right. Well, if you can help, take a look.
On Sunday, July 8th at around 7 p.m., it was reported to police that the homeowner from 410 Naval Hospital Road, Route 7 in Neganya Heights, discovered that his vehicle was maliciously damaged by an unknown individual while parked secured and unattended within the garage of their home. The vehicle in question is a black Acura, which sustained damages to the front driver's side window. It is not known if any items were stolen from within the vehicle. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers is reaching out to the community for their help in reference to this case. If anyone has any information about this crime or any other crime, you can call our 24-hour hotline at 477-HELP, that's 4357, or submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All calls will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
All right, we appreciate it as always. You guys are really on top of your game as far as, giving every single Guamanian, so many outlets to get in touch with you guys and make sure that they can help keep our community safe. And you've really reinforced this, that, it's your community, it's your village, it's your island. You should be able to take ownership of that.
Absolutely, and we encourage that. We continue to ask on a day-to-day and daily basis, get involved. Whether you are involved in a neighborhood watch program or you just want to help out, give us information. It's your civic duty. Be a steward of your community and provide that information to us.
All right. Well, hey, happy Liberation Day.
You too. Viva Guam. Happy Liberation.
All right. It's been good talking to you as always.
Thanks again.
And we will see you right after this.